Hey, Bridget. Edwin. Need to go through and forgot to do this earlier. Put a link to on all the Discord channels, all the channels, all the servers. Hey, Benjamin. I'm in so many different Discords. It's kind of, but I feel like I'm only really active in maybe one or two of them. All right. Gonna get a smoke going. I am going to smoke a Diamond Crown Maximus that I got from. Oh wow! Look at that cellophane. I don't know if you guys can tell. That's the yellow, man. This is from Paul at Papa Bear's Nook. So thank you, Paul. I'm excited to. I was saving it for a special time, and I was like, well, why not smoke it tonight? And my drink tonight, I'm going with a red Shiraz. Maybe all Shirazes are red. I don't know. I'm not super big into wine, but trying to enjoy it more, I guess. But I did the I mentioned before Pipes and Cigars does the that voucher or whatever they send every time you order from them, and it's like $120 off a case of wine or whatever. So I decided to do it and get a case of some different wines. I think they all handpicked them, and so to kind of kickstart a wine cellar. And then maybe I'll buy a bottle here and there every once in a while for it. But it's kind of nice on the website. You can look at the wines, and it tells you what it pairs best with as far as food goes. And so we've been trying that. You know, if my wife will make something for dinner, and then I'll look and see if what wine would go good with it, if there is a wine that I have that goes good. But I do think red wines go really well with cigars, so that's kind of why I'm sticking with the red wine tonight. I'm glad to hear that, Ben. I hope it's like, okay, I call you Ben. I don't know if you go by Ben or Benjamin. I have an Uncle Ben. I want to light this up. I think I want to do a V, probably. I've been doing the V cuts more often. Actually, I've been doing the quad V's. Oh no. We might have to fill the lighter first. Yeah, that's what I normally do, the quad V, which is doing like a cross with the V cut. I got a couple albums picked out. Two are pretty short, and then another one is more of a full length, but a little different style of music. Hope you guys enjoy it. They're all bands that I've seen come through our city of Fort Wayne once or twice, and yeah, it's they play that small bars or something. Thank you, Paul. I don't know. This thing doesn't autofocus using a new camera. Hey, Jersey Piper. Kevin. All right. So put in the chat what you're smoking, if you're smoking anything, what you're drinking. We're going to kick off with a 7-inch. Gosh, I feel like I've spun this before. But we have some new people in the chat, so maybe I'll go and spin it anyways. This is a band called Shitty Neighbors. They're from Toledo, Ohio. Someone tell me if I've done this record before. I have so many records, it's almost impossible to play the same one twice. This is only the 11th episode that I've done of these, so it's not like I've done a ton of them. It's hard to remember what I've played, but I feel like I did this when I was at the old house. But so it's a lathe cut, kind of orange auburn vinyl. Let me know if that is too loud or not loud enough. I forgot to check the settings and stuff. Hey, Welsh Piper. So nice. I was just talking to Edwin on his video earlier, where I mentioned he was smoking HU, and I need to get some HU tobacco. Glenfiddich 12. I haven't had that in a long time. That was like one of my first scotches I've tried. Or maybe it was the Glenfiddich 10, actually. I don't think it was the 12. Yeah, I feel like I've played this before, but they're a good enough band to revisit. They have a full length out on Spotify, and I think they released it on an LP as well, but haven't picked it up yet. It's been a while since I've seen them. I need to go back and watch Pat's Codger challenge and see what that's about. Because I've seen a lot of responses to it. Just haven't been able to watch his video yet. The wine, I guess I didn't mention what it is. It's a Shiraz. Arabella. It's Western Cape, South Africa. Shiraz Viognier. I think that's how you would say that. It's the label, but it said my wife made like Salisbury steaks with mushrooms and cheese on top of them, and some mashed potatoes, and we had some bread and corn, and she's like, I bet there's a wine for this, and so I went through and found this one said pairs well with steak or meat casserole, so I figured Salisbury steak was close enough. I'm smoking a Diamond Crown Maximus, courtesy of Paul, Papa Bear's Nook. All right, next side. This is one thing that kind of is a bummer about spinning records, especially if they're a 7-inch. But everything's good as far as levels. Sound, it sounds okay. Just let me know if it needs turned up, turned down, or if it's just good. like I said, these guys are from Toledo. There's a punk rock band from Toledo. Toledo has a great punk rock scene. When I played in one of my bands that toured a lot, or I guess we went on one pretty big like week-long tour. But when we also did a lot of like long weekends, like 4-day, 5-day runs, and we played in Toledo a couple times, and it was always a great community. Super nice people. Everyone came out to shows, which was awesome. Seeing there's always like basement shows or house shows, and people just packed that house, packed the basement, and it was just a ton of fun. Cigar's good. It's real good. I'm getting a lot of like leather and like vegetal notes. Seems to be pretty balanced. Not too harsh. It's good. So my band got to play with these guys one night in Fort Wayne. They were doing a run, and they always stopped in Fort Wayne when they did some runs this way. And it was my band, Dear Darla, Shitty Neighbors, my friend Ryan, his band. They're called Ryan Kerr and the Rebellion, I think, when they do a full band. And then the Dead Records, which is another really good punk band from Fort Wayne, which I have one other albums on an LP, so I need to put that on there. I have a 7-inch from them too. I should have played that tonight instead, but maybe next time. Hopefully we don't have any issues with copyright this time. You guys tuned in last week or last month. My wife joined me and she picked the records, and my stream got shut down at the end because of copyright. But I was able to start it right back up with a second stream and just did part 2 and kept playing the music, and then eventually the stream came back. Like you were able to watch it like even after it had shut down. It was weird. It's like YouTube shut it down, but on accident. I don't know. Remember the first time I saw these guys was in a basement of a coffee shop. There's a coffee shop up in South Bend, Indiana, that they'd have like, you know, acoustic shows or more like chilled out shows upstairs and where the coffee shop was. But then their punk shows and hardcore shows and metal shows were all down in the basement, and it was a wild time. It was a lot of fun, and that was the first time I saw these guys. I'd always heard about them, and went up to South Bend for the show to see. There's a couple locals that were playing that I was, you know, excited to see again, but yeah, I thought they were super, just really tight sounding. It's just the 4-piece and the 2 guitar players and the bass player. They all do vocals, and they change off lead vocals a lot. I think even the drummer had a microphone too, so he's doing vocals as well. It was just pretty cool seeing everybody like contribute to the vocal part of the music. Like usually there's only, you know, one lead singer, but it was really neat to see they all had pretty different vocal ranges, but they all kind of sounded pretty much alike. So it was pretty cool. And you can tell that there's a lot of gang vocals with their music too. Like a lot of good singing, you know, sing along parts. So as Shitty Neighbors 7-inch. This one is called Better Now. There's the jacket. From Toledo, Ohio. So they're on Spotify and all those things. Nice. It was a little too cold today to be outside. I'm really hoping for warmer weather. We spent some time outside earlier this week, and last weekend we went to the park and had a picnic and stuff. It was really nice. And yeah, taking the dog for more walks around. The neighbors love her because she's just a big baby, fluffy. And so she's getting tons of love from the neighbors and everything, and acting like she just never gets any attention. And it's just really funny. It's funny when dogs do that. So this next one is kind of interesting. So it's a band called Chumped. I wish I knew where. I think they're from New York. This is their. This actually got chewed on from when we had cats in the house. Cat she was obsessed with plastic. She'd just chew on plastic. She would, and iPhone cords, not any other phone charging cords, but just iPhone. And she just would chew it right in half. It's the weirdest thing. But she loved plastic straws. She just chew on them. Her name was Paper, so I don't know if that's why. It was funny. Oh, thanks, Edwin. So I saw them in Fort Wayne at the Brass Rail. Probably one of my favorite dive bars around. It's just really real rough and beaten down, but it's the best music that comes through there. It's just a lot of fun. So I haven't spun this in a while, and it's actually, yeah. So sometimes 12 inches will actually be 45 RPMs, but this one's actually 33. So so this is the record, kind of a, I don't know, poop brown. Kind of has like some marble. You can kind of see it. But this is just one-sided. It's only 6 songs. It's I guess, an EP. But it has... So it's kind of funny, like when bands will press vinyl and they don't have enough songs for a full 12-inch, they will do, a 7-inch or a 10-inch. But with 10 inches, it's actually more expensive because they take a 12-inch record and cut it down to 10 inches. So there's more cost for labor and stuff. So bands will usually just do a 12-inch record and just put it on one side. Or even do one side and then flip side do the same songs. But I kind of like having an A side and a B side. I thought it was always weird when bands do the same side on both sides. And I get you want to not waste a side of the record, but I don't know. That's like the whole point of collecting records. There's an A side and a B side, and same with cassette tapes. There's an A side, a B side. I don't know if that makes any sense. And after this one, we'll do a giveaway real quick. I got some tobacco that I've been sampling and smoking, so we'll do a quick tobacco giveaway with a couple things. My most recent record, actually, I wish I would have went out today because there's a today was record store day, and so it's like a national holiday. All the record stores, there's like record store like exclusive releases that only come out on record store day. So I have a buddy who works up part-time at a record store called Ignition Music Garage, something like that. And he said that he was out in line for record store day at like 4 a.m. this morning, and it's almost like it's like Black Friday but for record geeks, And I forgot completely about record store day, or I probably would have went and just kind of looked around. I haven't really bought a record recently from like a record store. I went to a show last year and I picked up a couple records, and I might have bought a record here and there from a friend, like a friend's band or something like that. I think a band called Death Tax. They're a local Fort Wayne band. They're kind of like, I don't know, chaotic hardcore stuff. So pretty heavy music. If you're into that stuff, you might like it. But and then I picked up a couple 7 inches at a festival. Band's called Constraint. They had some 7 inches at their merch table that I picked up a couple of those. Hey Donnie. Hey Russ. I'm smoking a Diamond Crown Maximus. I was talking too much. I almost went out. Oh, it's still going. From Paul at Papa Bear's Nook, and I'm pairing it with a Shiraz. So let's get this record going. If you're just now joining us, this is a band called Chumped from Brooklyn, New York. It's another good punk band. Death Tex used to be called Louisiana Lot Lizards, and then they went through a lot of member changes and just like music writing changes and stuff like that. So they decided to change their name to Death Tex. $1992. I was 2 years old, Edwin. Pretty good construction on this too. Like I haven't had to do any relights. It's pretty even. It's a little wonky, but nothing crazy. I mean, it'll probably correct itself. It hasn't unraveled or nothing. It's just really solid. Red wines really do go really well with cigars. One of my most memorable pairings, this was probably, I don't know, 2012-ish, 2012, 2013 maybe, 14, I think 13, and I was smoking the original recipe or blend of the Camacho Triple Maduro. and I had made a bubble bath and had a glass of, I don't even know what wine it was. It was a red wine, and I smoked that cigar and drank that wine and had a bubble bath. This is my bachelor days, you know, so I could smoke in the bathroom. But it was a really fun time, and I remember that pairing just because it really, I don't know if it's just the atmosphere, like, you know, what I was doing while I was smoking and having the wine that made it that much better, or if it actually went well together. I mean, it seemed to be really good. I recently smoked a triple Maduro. It was a blind tasting last month, and it was good. I wouldn't guess that it was a triple Maduro because it did change after Davidoff bought Camacho. It was good, but that original one was something about it was awesome. Oh, hey, wifey. Wifey's in the chat. I'm smoking a diamond crowned Maximus from Paul. Really? Wow. I'm surprised you think a cigar smells good. I mean, normally you're not a huge fan of the smell. Hey, Randy! Randy in the house. Welcome, Randy. I'm smoking Diamond Crown Maximus that Paul gifted me. And we are listening to a band from Brooklyn, New York called Chumped. Here is the jacket. This one's pretty cool. It has like a handwritten like lyric sheet. It's pretty neat. This jacket's kind of different. Like, there's, when you press records, it's so expensive. Like, I've researched it a lot just because of being in bands, and I had a small record label at one time, so I was always looking at prices on pressing records and lathe cuts and everything. And I mean, everything, you know, you gotta take into consideration of the jackets, printing the jackets, the center labels of the record, all this stuff, and so it can add up to a lot, and it gets cheaper the more records you do. But it's like you have to have a decent chunk of change to put down on, you know, 100 records. I mean, you'll probably eventually sell them all, but it looks like they went a really cheap, inexpensive way and didn't do a full jacket. Like, just kind of a little flip there. Oops, that says Chumped on it. but it's interesting. We don't have amaretto sour mix. I use simple syrup and lime juice. We have simple syrup, but I don't think we have lime juice. Edwin, by jacket I mean like the jacket part, like the sleeve that goes into the record. This one that's going to be next, it's more. This is more of a jacket. It's just a piece of cardboard, cardboard. It's folded and glued at the ends, kind of like a CD case, like a CD jacket. Not really any flavor changes so far on this. It's been pretty consistent with the leather and the like the woody, little like vegetal notes. Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I don't think I've ever blacked out from red wine, but it does. I've drank whole bottles in one night, and yeah, red wine definitely. It's a different kind of hangover too. Waking up. I got a funny story about something else besides alcohol that I might have to tell in a different, maybe another video or something. I don't know. Or I might tell it later. So I have this aerator. It's supposed to be for red wine, and it's I think I got it like in a Dirty Santa Christmas Secret Santa exchange thing with my family, and this is the present that I ended up with, and I use it quite a bit actually with I don't know really. It helps it breathe, I guess, is what my aunt was telling me. She's the one that bought the present. And so I don't know if it doesn't really help with white wine, or because she had said it's usually just red wines, I think, but Hey Umber, hey Mike. Glad you guys can make it. I'm smoking a Diamond Crown Maximus, and we're listening to a band from Brooklyn, New York called Chumped. There's the album jacket. There's a my wife is grabbing stuff out of the cabinet. Yeah, I got this from Paul, Papa Bear's Nook. So it's really a good stick. Hey John, I'm good. I hope you're doing well. And I don't think we've seen a whole lot of videos unless I've been just missing them. I've been missing the Tuesday chats. I'm on third shift now, so usually those start when I'm on my way to work, and I don't know if you've been doing those or not. Oh, that does sound good, Umber. Oh gosh, you guys are commenting so fast I can barely keep up. Hey, Mad Piper. Thanks for joining, man. I think you might be new to the live stream channel that I do. Monthly, it looks like. I'm trying to do monthly. Yeah, just spinning some records and enjoying a smoke and a drink. So yes, a lot of new people just joined, so a little recap. This is a band called Chumped from Brooklyn, New York. I'm sure they have other albums, but this is all I picked it up at a local show when they were coming through Fort Wayne. This has happened probably years ago, and I grabbed pick this up. I always try to pick up something when I go to a local show that there's a touring band that's on. It's a shirt or some stickers, a record, a cassette tape, whatever they have at the table. Even if I'm not super big into them, just because I know it sucks being on the road and not having any money to get to the next date. I mean, my band was always able to make it happen, but it's challenging, especially trying to, make it to the next show and eat and all this other stuff. So I always try to pick up something. If whatever they have to offer, I'll get it. So this isn't a band that I didn't like. I really enjoyed their set and everything, but yeah, I picked up this record, and I don't think I've really ever followed them a whole lot. I think the Christmas one I got, that might have been the most tipsy I've been. I think I had a few pretty hefty beers. Yeah, and this wine is sneaking up on me already. Hey, Paul. You looks like you guys are finally home. Hope the drive was okay. But Paul, this cigar is great. It's the construction. I mean, I haven't had to do a relight at all. I even put it down for a minute and was talking a lot, so I'm surprised it's still going. I guess I'm not super surprised. These are pretty. They're not. They're not cheap by any means. Yeah, the construction is really nice. I mean, there's pretty consistent, even burn.
You don't have any cherries, do you?
I don't think so. If we do, it's out in the garage.
It's not bad.
So there's a look at the vinyl. It's almost like a shit green. This is a. There's some different colors in there, like almost like a marble looking. That's another thing with pressing records, like doing solid colors is more expensive as well. But when you do like get into the marble colors and everything, they're it's cheaper because it's like they take all the recycled vinyl and mix it together and all that, and that's how they get the marble colors and stuff. Oh, I said I was going to do a giveaway. That's what you guys are waiting on. I forgot. Let me get prepared here. Yeah, how do you know that's what baby poop looks like? It was when we went to Disney World for our honeymoon. This is 4 years ago, and my son was only 4 months old, and baby poop kind of smells like popcorn. Babies that are breastfed, I guess. And so we're walking around the parks and stuff, and I get a whiff of popcorn, and I was like, I couldn't tell if that was popcorn or if my son just shit himself. So I'm like smelling him, and it's just kind of gross. But I think about popcorn differently now. All right, so I'm going to give away some tobaccos. I need to find them. Sorry, I'm not super prepared. I forgot about this one, and my wife isn't here. Last time she was with me, helping me do the giveaway stuff. Okay. So I'm going to do, this is just going to be little sample baggies of some stuff. One, and it's open to just continental U.S., United States for now. I'm planning on doing, I just noticed I'm at 602 subs, so I'm probably going to do another bigger giveaway. And that I will include, globally, wherever you can receive stuff and it's not too hard. So this is for U.S. right now. But I want to do, I'm going to throw in some Kramer's Father Dempsey. All right, Mike, I appreciate it. Thanks, Randy. It's I kind of like it. It's hard to get used to a little bit. But so I'm going to give a little bit of some Father's Dempsey by Kramer's. It's pretty nice light English. I just smoked this for the first time, and I don't think I'm going to enjoy it a whole lot, so I'm going to throw in some Winchester from Cornell and Deal. Edwin, you'll want in on this one, okay? So Edwin, you around? I want to throw in. Let me take it out of the bag. I'm going to throw in some Old Ironsides from 2010, 2011. It's an old tin. There's no way to tell the date, but I did get it when I got it from the estate sale. The guy said that everything he had from the guy who had passed away was from 2010 or older. So, and then a little bit of GLP's Haddo's Delight. This is from 2003. So this is 20 years old. I'm going to throw in a little bit of that too. So, little bit to spread some different things. If you guys don't get a chance to try some aged tobacco. So go ahead and if you're in, say you're in. Okay, I got Paul. Edwin, of course. I was going to put your name down anyways. Got Ben. John. Donnie. Got Bridget. Got Russ. All right. So I got Paul, Edwin, Ben, John, Donnie, Bridget, and Russ. So if I missed you, Umber, I feel bad. Can you receive? Is it easy to send tobacco to you? Be honest. Okay. I'm going to find out your address one of these days. All right, so this is due a random number generator. I like doing this with the wind spinning thing, but I'm not set up for that right now, so we'll just do a random number. Yeah, I'm going to just number everyone as they came in. 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 through 7. Okay. Generate 3. You guys see it? 3. It doesn't focus. So 3. And that is Benjamin Carter. So Ben, I'm going to put my email in the chat real quick. So just send me your address. And yeah, I'll get that out to you sometime this week. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to play another record. We're not done yet, but I wanted to do a quick giveaway. So all right, so this is doing a full length 12-inch called the Homeless Gospel Choir. They are not a choir and they're not gospel. Another punk band, or I don't know if I should say band. He did a lot of his solo stuff, but he did he does like a full band now with his newer stuff and touring with the band. When I saw him, he just did solo acoustic guitar stuff. So this is just a basic black vinyl. I think this is 180 gram. It's pretty thick. But this is it's just really good punk music, a lot of protest songs. So I hope I don't offend anybody by playing this, but it'll be okay. So this is more like acoustic punk stuff.
Let's take all
Randy, I've got something in the works. So it's I got some surprises coming for lives, so we'll see. Hey Bridget, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I love System of a Down. I still listen to Toxicity pretty semi-regularly. I mean, they were before their time. So this is the quality of this record isn't the best. I think he recorded it in his bedroom, most likely. But if you kind of listen to the music and lyrics and stuff, it's pretty well written album. Hey Troy, thanks for joining. Housekeeping, smoking a Diamond Crown. Maximus from Paul, Papa Bear's Nook. And drinking Shiraz from Arabella. Or maybe Arabella is what it's called. I have a couple Motorhead cassettes. I need to do a cassette stream with. I'll hook up my cassette player and everything, and maybe I'll work towards that for next time. Yeah, man, this wine is really kicking my butt. It's I'm gonna have to slow down on this one after this glass. But it really goes well with this cigar really well, so I think I made a good choice. Ooh, I just got like a I don't know what that was. You know how sometimes you get a flavor from a cigar that's just unexpected and it's like really sweet? I don't know what that is, but it was very, very quick and sudden. I had a really sweet note just there. And most of the cigar has been kind of leather and woody, and there's like a small hint just now of like a sweet. I don't know. I know, Russ. I only had maybe one glass. I think I just felt bad for drinking your whiskey, but I guess if you brought it, that's what it was for, huh? I should have. We didn't. I don't know. I kind of wish we spent more time drinking whiskey in our bedrooms, in our hotel rooms. Russ, are you going to Chicago? I don't have any Husker Du. And I'm planning on going Friday morning after work. If I come back home, that's like an hour drive. That's like an hour drive the opposite way. So I'm just gonna go to work, get off work Friday morning, and then head to Illinois. It's only about maybe 2.5 hour drive from where I work, so shouldn't take me too long. I'm gonna get there, take a nap at the hotel, and then go hang out at the smoking tent probably for the rest of Friday. I'm sure I'll eat something eventually, but the Viking Festival sounds fun.
With God on our side, we could all be millionaires. Buy a fancy car, pollute the earth, pollute the air. With God on our side, we can do whatever we want. With God on our side, we can go to war. Take your oil, take your land, take it all and still want more. With God on our side, we don't have to be responsible. Occupy your country and we'll spread democracy. Build them all on land your family owns, your family can be free. We'll do it all in the name of liberty. So everything will turn out fine as long as you agree.
I'll have to remember the Viking Fest for next year, because I'm sure it's not too far from me.
With God on our side, we'll defend our homes and report back to where they came from. Offer them the things they own. With God on our side, we'll never have to apologize. With God on our side, we'll keep you from being gay. Make the blacks work for free, keep the immigrants at bay. With God on our side, we'll never have to help anyone. With our guns, we'll show you peace. You will starve while we feast. From the greatest to the least. In the belly of the beast, where our greed is your disease. And you'll spend life on your knees. And you'll cry and beg and plead for our
Paul, how old is this cigar? This cello is pretty yellow, so I don't know if it was just because there's some cellophane that's like already yellow. It's like it's made that way, but then there's the clear cello that yellows through aging and stuff. 3 years. That's pretty yellow for 3 years. So I wonder if it's already kind of that tint of yellow when it's made.
my TV
Oh.
makes my house less lonely.
Well, if it's mold, it's nice knowing you guys.
I got no company. My own friend
That sounds like fun. We go to
that don't know who I
a Renaissance
am.
festival in Ohio, and it lasts for 2 months. It's every weekend
By the telephone.
for September and October, every weekend, and it's a lot of fun. There's every weekend's a different theme. They do like fantasy weekend. Highland weekend is my favorite. I break out my kilt, and it's a lot of fun. There's a pipe shop there. You can buy pipes and tobacco. There's jousting, live, full contact jousting. It's just insane. But mead, beer, it's just a blast. We'll pick a weekend to go, whatever theme, and we try to dress up. But it's just, there's Pirates weekend. I'm sure there's Viking weekend. It's a lot of fun.
Waiting in line for things you don't need that leave you incomplete, and all your friends.
I've only had a few Roma crafts, but I couldn't tell you what they were.
But they don't know themselves, yet we all pretend.
I think Mutton Chop goes to the Ohio Ren Fest that I was talking to. Because I remember he posted a video. He went like the weekend after we went, so it'd be pretty cool to run into him.
The best things in life, things at all.
Oh, got a skip in the record, I think.
owns me, like a bird with no wings. I'll never be free. You work so hard for your money.
I love pastries. Just like going and getting like a Danish or something at like a cafe with coffee, and I've only done that a couple times where I went to a cafe and got like a piece of pie and some coffee, and it was like a spring day or summer day, and hung out and smoked a pipe after it and stuff. It was just a great time. Oh gosh, I have a pretty wide collection of records. I couldn't tell you what all I got though. It did take me a while. But for tonight, I picked 3 up. This is the third one. I spun a 7-inch earlier, and then I think when you got in was I was playing Chumped, and that was just a one-sided 12-inch. No Devo. Hello, Bear Claws too.
The best thing in life aren't things at all. The best things in life aren't things at all.
I don't know about the twitching. I think I was talking to somebody about it because they asked me the same thing, and I'm like, I know I do it, but I don't know. I think I'm more conscious of it now a little bit. Like, I know when I do it, but before I didn't know. And somebody was like, it could be just a minor Tourette's thing, maybe. Because, there's the Tourette's where you yell out, just crazy stuff. But then there's the twitch, like the twitching and stuff like that. Snapping your fingers, kind of Tourette's. So I don't know if that's what it is, or I don't know.
Republican, Democrat, the left and the right are all in bed with each other in the middle of the night. It's all the same as long as you can learn to live in fear. NPR, Fox News, CNN, and NBC are all selling you something, telling you how to believe. It takes a lot of work to think for yourself. Sign up and go to college, sign up and go to war. Killing for your country, education for the poor. There's a high price to pay. We're gonna feel normal. Three shades of gray. 3 shades of gray.
Yeah, I didn't start having this twitch until I started smoking.
And I wonder if it ever meant anything in the first place. One, two, three, four. Before I think about everything
There's like a little bit right there that needed touched up. That's all I've had to do.
Just wanna find a place that makes us feel at home. A place to lay our heads at night where we can rest our bones. A place where we all can be at peace. Materialism is just a ghost that I wear like a winter coat. It follows me everywhere I go. Oh, oh, it's the only thing that keeps me on the road. We all wish for greater things. We hope to gain more property, so we can leave with a sense that we've got something.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really noticed that either.
Time I leave my home, I kinda wish that I did.
I know, like
And I wonder why some
when I retrohale, like, I don't. Yeah, I feel like more smoke comes out of my mouth if I just exhale.
sometimes I feel like a stranger when I'm here in Pennsylvania. Sometimes I feel like a stranger when I am here at home. When I am here at home. When I am in your home.
Alright, I'm going to be right back.
I'll gather everything that we've
I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. Too much wine going through me. And I'm probably going to grab another record because usually I go for at least 2 hours, so we got some more time to do another one.
Everyone will work the land, we pick food out with our hands, and kick people out of their homes. There will be no properties, no insurance or lawyer fees, free hospitals, and no college loans. The beer will have no calories, no broken hearts, no STDs, the church buildings that make you feel afraid. Where everyone can be themselves unless they want to be somebody else. We will all help them be that way. No guns that keep the bad guys out. That's something we can live without. We have love, we have no enemies. There will be no currency, no rich and poor, and no in you share of your things. There is no greed. We will have no curses there, as everyone who lives there, everyone feels free to tell the truth. No commercials or billboards, no wars will need to be lost in this world of people loading goods. And if they saw the way we live, then maybe they could learn to give a little bit more than what they take. Then they will all ride bicycles and maybe be much less vigilant. We learn to cut a dive break. We'll never have to vote again for a Democrat or Republican. But if you run, you can count on me, my friend. I'll share with you, you share with me. In a land that's truly free, we'll never have to go to war again. We'll welcome folks of every kind, anyone with an open mind, and be one big happy family. Shooting Gentile girls and boys, we'll share our burden, share our joys, and tolerate anything except for cats.
Yeah, that's fun doing the nose rings through the nose. I don't really retrohale too much with cigars just because it really burns for me. I try to retrohale cigars every once in a while just to get some different flavors. But I almost always retrohale pipe tobacco. It just seems it's not as thick, I guess, as cigars. Yeah, right. It's kind of yeah. My oldest is 12, so hopefully got a while. But it's just kind of weird to think that I could be a grandpa in like, I don't know, 8 years, 9 years. It's just weird to think about. It's like, I mean, I'm super excited for that. I mean, that'd be a lot of fun, but not this this soon. All right, so yeah, that was just the Homeless Gospel Choir. They're from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, I believe. I have another one of their albums that I enjoy a lot more. It sounds better. It's better quality, and I just really enjoy the songs in that one too. He was actually he's on a podcast I listened to, called the I'm Fucked Up podcast. It's a podcast. It's an interview based podcast, and they kind of talk about trauma, and I guess you could say it's more of like they talk about like usually their guests have been wronged by either a religious wronged by the church or whatever, but they still have their faith and their hope intact, or however you want to put that. But I really enjoy listening to that podcast. But they had his name's Derek from the Homeless Gospel Choir. They had him on a few weeks ago, and I really enjoyed listening to that because I never got to talk to Derek. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I did a podcast a few years ago based on music, and I wanted to do a podcast episode with him, but it just never happened. So it was cool to kind of hear his story and some stories on that. So, since you guys are still hanging out with me, I'll throw on another record. Another band that I saw. So these are all bands that I have seen that came through Fort Wayne when I first saw them. So this band, they are called Divorce. They're kind of a post-punk emo style, I guess. But this album is called Lifers. But it's a short album. It's only 8 songs. Pretty cool sleeve. This is just another full black 180 gram. Edwin, you kill me, man. All right, I want to do one more giveaway before this record, so let's do that again. Does everyone want to keep the same number that they had the last round, or you want to do different numbers? Same number. That's what Edwin says. Lucky number. So yeah, we'll do the same numbers. I'm assuming everyone is still in here. We got Paul, Edwin, Ben won the last round. So 3. If 3 comes up, then we'll just take that one out. John number 4, Donnie 5, Bridget 6. Bridget's went to bed, so 6 is gonna be out. Cause I'm gonna say you gotta be present. And then Russ is 7. So if 3 or 6 comes up, we'll just respin. Oh no, I gotta relight. I'll do that later. Alright, so bring up that random number generator. And generate number 1. We got Paul. Papa Bear's Nook. So Paul, I already have your address, so don't gotta worry about sending that to me. So yeah, thanks everybody. I love you guys. And thanks for hanging out. And this has been it's always fun for me. Thanks, Mike. I've won a lot of giveaways, and I'm never gonna get through all this tobacco that I have, so I'd rather pass it on to some people too. I think you can get a cigar to taste the same when you relight. It's when it sits for like 30 minutes or more is when it kind of tastes kind of bad. Like I've put cigars down, left it for like 45 minutes to an hour, came back to it, and it was just definitely not the same. But I've learned if you get all the ash off and then relight it and then blow into it, it kind of blows off the nasty stuff, and then you gotta blow into it for like 30 seconds or so, and then you can usually get it maybe not close, not exactly how it tasted before, but pretty close, I think. But when it goes out for like, I don't know, a few minutes, it's usually not that big of a deal. Yeah, we had some family over last month for my youngest's birthday party, and this is the first time my aunt has been at my house, the new house since we've moved. So I'm giving her a tour and stuff when we come to my office, and she sees my shelf of tobacco, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you have so much tobacco," and I'm like, "That's not even all of it." I was like, "That tote's full. That tote's full. The closet's full." Like it's a problem. But I'm a big firm believer in what Brian Levine says: tobacco's never going to be as cheap as it is today. So it's always best to just keep buying when it's cheaper, and that way when it gets too expensive to buy, you got plenty to go back on. Yeah, I've never really thought about that either, Humber. That's a pretty good idea. Hey, Steve. Glad you finally made it. I was joking. Aren't you on vacation? Oh, nice, Mike. Yeah, I guess you're going to Chicago a lot earlier than me. I haven't even. I'll probably get packed up Thursday night. Probably. Or I'll probably pack my pipes and tobacco a little bit early. I always seem to pack that stuff first, and then I worry about clothes later. Oh, wow. Yeah. My son is in that stage where he doesn't like to wear clothes. As soon as, he wakes up, he'll go to the potty or something. He comes out, he's just buck naked. and my oldest, and she's like, "Why is he naked? Why does he take his clothes off?" And we're like, "You did the same thing when you were his age. You got home from wherever you were. If you went to stay with grandma, you come home, and first thing you did was just strip. Like, this is something kids do." It's funny. I mean, there's probably a good chance it's going to rain. I feel like it. I looked at the forecast for the next week or so, and it was just spotty and cloudy and rainy. Chicago show is next weekend, Randy. I think the show was actually on Saturday and Sunday, but they have different events throughout the week and on Friday, like different dinners and stuff. I don't plan on doing any of that. Like I said before, I'm going Friday morning, taking a nap after I get there. I'm leaving right after work, going to take a nap when I get there, and then go to the smoking tent and just hang out. I'm thinking, I don't know, I might bring my record player and might try to get a live, I don't know. I always feel like that'd be a fun, good idea, but when you go to being at a pipe show, it's just so busy and it's hard to do stuff like that. Okay, that's right, the pipe making seminar. I guess I didn't realize what kind of a dinner it was. I'll have to maybe reach out to you later, get some more info on that. Hey, Smoking Fireman. Welcome. Cody, that's his name. Hey, Cody. I was like, I've seen your channel before and seen your videos, but I couldn't remember what your name was. Oh, we are listening to, I guess there's a few new people in here. I'll do a quick housekeeping. We're listening to gosh, I wish I remembered where these guys were from. Anyways, so they're called Divorce. And this album is called Lifers. I think, well, maybe Pittsburgh. Is there a New Haven? There's a New Haven in Indiana, but I know they're not Indiana. New Haven, what state is that? If anyone knows. 'Cause it says that right there. It says Midwest Anderson. I'm not sure what, Connecticut? That sounds familiar, actually. They might be from Connecticut. But it says Midwest on this sleeve, so I don't know. But, yeah, I've been playing. This is the 4th album I played tonight, and all bands that I've seen come through Fort Wayne on tour. So I played Shitty Neighbors. They're from Toledo. I played them before, I think, so that was a revisit. A band called Chumped. They're from Brooklyn, New York. They came through and played in Fort Wayne. The Homeless Gospel Choir. They were on a pretty big tour and came through and played Fort Wayne. And then Divorce, I saw them in a basement at a house venue called Bob Villa's This Old House. I wish it was still a venue. They had always threw some pretty good shows. And I remember this show. I lived right down I didn't live too far from the house, so I think it was this band or another band that was on the show as well needed a bass amp, and so I had a little combo bass amp, so I brought that with me for them to use. I don't think that's the same band. These guys are just called Divorce, not The Divorce. And so Seattle doesn't sound familiar with this band. It was definitely more of either Midwest or East Coast. I do play bass, Russ. Yeah, I might have to do I have the one band I played bass in. We did a cassette, and so I'll have to play. I'll have to maybe do a cassette night live and play that one. Absolutely, Umber. Lately I've been using my knife to kind of nub it, but if I got a pipe around, I'll use that. Pittsburgh. Okay. We went from Connecticut to Seattle to Pittsburgh. Oh my gosh. We're all over the place. That's funny. Pittsburgh sounds familiar. I knew it was East Coast. So Connecticut wasn't far off, I don't think. I think that was... I didn't know you've got a missing finger, Russ. I didn't know that. That's... I learned how to play guitar first, and then I picked up bass when I started my most, I guess not recent band, but one of the bands I was in, I did vocals only. and it was just a 3-piece. I did vocals, we had a guitar and drums, and every time we played a show, there would be somebody who was like, "It sounds great, but it would really, you gotta get that low end. You guys gotta find a bass player." And so I was like, I went and I bought a bass for $50, just a Washburn. It was a really nice bass, and got a rig and stuff, and started buying some pedals. And oh, hey Mike, thanks for hanging out. Have a good rest of your weekend. But so then I just learned just the root notes of whatever our guitar player was playing. Because since I did vocals, I concentrated more on vocals than I did bass, but I could play enough and knew enough just to kind of bring out that low end that our music really needed. I always have a country gentleman. That I have 2 country gents now. I have one that I use just for mainly pipe tobacco, and then I have one that I use only to finish cigars. And I can tell the difference because one of them has more of an indent on the stem from my teeth, and the one that has more of an indent is my cigar one. Oh, kind of cool. Little picture in the center there. It's pretty neat. Hey Ben, thanks for joining, hanging out. Yeah, email me your address and I'll get that package out to you this week if you haven't already. Hey, we'll see you later, Russ. Hopefully see you in Chicago.
I'm awake and hating every sound this morning's got away from me. I hear records calling.
I do not know an indie band called Tapes and Tapes. I feel like I should, though. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Troy. It's good to have you in here. It is 11:14 here on Eastern Time. Jeez. Yeah, I work third shift, so I'm normally up at 4 in the morning, anyways. But it's pretty early right now.
And I'm not praying for rain, no. I'm not praying for much of anything as the rain. It's just this whole mess of time. It's going out of its way to pass me by.
It's still pretty rough on the retro hill. I feel like all the nicotine really gets to my sinuses when I retrohale cigars.
And I couldn't put myself to sleep as the wind held its breath from my sheets, and no, it felt so stale. More than anything, it just seems pointless. It feels like one good reason to feel whole. 'Cause I feel guilty, I feel cheap. One good reason to feel whole. 'Cause I feel guilty, I feel all at once.
This pipe also might be kind of... I don't think the cigar is down in there very well, so it's kind of not really... It's not really... I'm not getting a whole lot of smoke. Yeah, that's true too. Yep. I'm trying to just drink more water with cigars, especially if it's like a new cigar. Like when I do these blind tastings, a cigar I've probably never had before, I don't know what it is. I'll usually pair water with it, and then sometimes a little bit of bourbon or something. But it's interesting, like sometimes what you drink with a cigar changes the cigar, because there's guys in this this blind tasting club that I talk to once a month during the Zoom calls that we do with the blind cigars, and a couple of them they don't drink alcohol, they drink sodas, and so they'll pair soda, or there's some guys that drink rum or bourbon or something, and then there's a couple of guys that drink just water. And me and a couple other guys that were drinking water, we were getting different flavors from the cigar than the other guys that were drinking whiskey or soda. So it's just kind of interesting. Tom, to understand your question, like, what would I go for with red wine and pipe tobacco? Oh, if you were to buy a cigar, sorry. So usually people like that are going from pipes to cigars, and if they are a non-aromatic smoker, infused cigars is what they kind of enjoy more as far as starting out. Cigars to pipe tobacco, if they smoke more infused cigars, then non-aromatic cigar or pipe tobacco is what they would go to. Or if they smoke non-infused cigars, then they draw more to aromatics. That's kind of the trend I've seen. So if you smoke non-aromatic pipe tobacco, mostly like your dark-fired Virginias, I think you'd enjoy an infused cigar. Drew Estate has a line called Acid. Those are almost too much. Like, they're too. Some are okay. They're sweet, but there's some that are almost more perfumey. Not really. I don't know. They're kind of weird. But they do have a line called Deadwood, and they have in that line they have Sweet Jane, Fat Bottom Betty, Crazy Alice, and Leather Rose. So there's some kind of theme there with names of women, but they're all infused cigars. But they're not too strong as far as nicotine goes. The only acids that I like are the blue labels, the Cuba Cuba, the Cuba Maduro, the Blondie. Those are all the blue label acids. Those are the ones that I like, that I can enjoy. The other ones are a little bit too I don't know, perfumey, like I said. Like, they just have a weird, almost like a chemically taste. I haven't had the Leather Rose. I've had the Sweet Jane and the Fat Bottom Betty. Out of those two, I think I like the Sweet Jane the most. But you're looking for a good strong cigar, probably anything with Ligero. Ligero is part of the tobacco plant that has the most nicotine. Kind of like Rustica. I think I have that right. Like, there's some cigars with Ligero. There's Rocky Patel has a Ligero cigar that's pretty strong. The Nika Rustica, also by Drew Estate, is it's a medium to full cigar. It smokes like a freight train. Tons of smoke come from it. I mean, it just constantly smokes. I mean, you don't even have to puff it that often, and it just will fill your room with smoke. It's kind of wild. Yeah, the tobacco is good. We also have one called the Java. Javas aren't too bad. I think Javas are actually a team effort between Drew Estate and Rocky Patel. I think it's a Drew Estate cigar, but it was made at the Rocky Patel factory, I think. But the Java Mint is probably my favorite. I'm not too big on mint tobacco, but that one's pretty good. I have not had the Maker's Mark cigars. That's a good tip. Oh. I think that was like completely done. Oh, perfect, because that's the end of the record. Oh yeah, John, that'd be awesome. Oh yeah, ropes are. I haven't smoked very many ropes, but yeah, that's some strong stuff. I think I have a couple ropes that I've been sitting on for a long time. I just haven't smoked it because it's something you need to kind of sit and be able to prepare it and just sit and enjoy it. So, which I don't have very many of those moments. So I need to find some time to maybe do that. That was Divorce. Hey Edwin, thanks for hanging out. Oh, the Kentucky Fire Cured, maybe. Hey, thanks, Randy. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, La Florida Dominican or something. LFD. Yeah, I think if that's not what you're talking about, but LFD is one that has some pretty strong nicotine. Oh, I think that's it from me tonight. Yeah, thanks, Tom, Mad Piper, for hanging out. This is your first time joining us. Hope you join next month. I try to do these monthly. This was a little bit later in the month than usual. Typically, I do it like the second weekend of the month or first weekend. So I wanted to get one this month, so I decided just to do it. Pick a weekend to do it. I have some cool. I got some guests coming up that I'm excited about. That some of you might know from other channels or in the pipe community. We just got to figure out details when it's going to happen and how it's going to happen. So Looking forward to doing some of that stuff. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I guess that's it for me. So I'm gonna sign off, and I'll do. Hopefully, I'll do. Get more notice out in the next live. Hopefully, it's more consistent. I like to do it every other week, like I did in the beginning, but I guess we'll see. So, thanks, John. Thanks, Umber. Thanks, Paul, for the cigar. It was delicious. Yeah. You guys have a great rest of your week and your weekend.